What's going on, everybody? Brian Mann here, Hands-On Auto Training. End of day, November 11th, 2021. Guys, I'm going to work backwards through the day once we get started here. I'm going to kind of cut it backwards, change it up a little bit. But just so you guys know, we're giving away a U-Scope to a Premium Record member next Friday. Tomorrow, I'm going back down to the salt mine. I'm excited to get back down there. I did a CAN bus overlay, and that took care of my communication codes with that fuel injector control module. However, I need to tidy up a few things. It's not really wrapped or doesn't have any convoluted tubing. I didn't do my heat shrink. It needs a lot of work, and then I'm going to prime up that fuel system, and I believe we're getting a couple of good batteries to work with down there, so that's going to make a big difference. Guys, the last stop I was at was the taxi cab company. We had a couple cabs we were working on. One had a transmission replaced in, I believe it was a 14 Dodge Grand Caravan, and this thing, it had all kinds of weird stuff going on. They called me up to program, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like a program. But anyways, I get out there, and the prindle's lit up. All the segments are lit up on this thing. Right off the bat, I noticed that we had the irrationality codes from in the ABS and PCM for shift lever irrational codes, all kinds of weird stuff going on. Well, it turns out when I looked at the prindle switch on the YTech, they're all reading open. There's a bunch of like 4, I think, or 5 mode switches, all of them read open, and it turns out that the connector was not seated all the way on the transmission. So I fixed that. Then it was stuck in reverse. It said just a reverse segment was lit up. It wouldn't start, wouldn't crank, nothing. I found out that the shift lever was actually out of position. I got the scars to prove that I was down there working on it, man. I'm all bloody, pulling back a bloody stump today. Anyways, it was misadjusted. There's a lot of slack in that shift cable, so once I pushed it one way, I could feel the detent going to park. I went to crank the thing, it cranked, started, tried to shift it in reverse, and then I felt like slop. So something's going on there. They got to fix that. The other one, they did put a transmission in. He had a P1745. This code is like a code that sets you have to clear the variable line counters and then do a quick learn, and it should be all set there. Before that, we were working on a 2000, that's a year 2000 GMC Envoy. This vehicle is the same vehicle I worked on a while ago, and I pulled out the remote starter system because they said it was staying on sometimes. I don't remember if I duplicated the concern or whatever. I really don't remember all the details, to be honest with you. But this time today, sure enough, you leave the key, you start it and turn the key off, take the key out, the vehicle keeps on running. We're getting power back fed into the system onto this ignition fuse. I think it was ignition 1 was staying hot. So I was trying to figure out why this was staying hot. I got crazy. I hate cutting wires, but I thought it might have been the ignition switch messing up, kind of like the one in the salt mine. Well, it turns out that I ended up cutting the pink wire, and the vehicle stayed running. We had power on the one side of the pink wire, so it wasn't the ignition switch. Turns out I started pulling all the fuses that power this, should I say that this ignition switch feed power up, but it was off, so it shouldn't be powering up. And I pulled a turn signal fuse and the vehicle shut off. So I know we have a problem in that end of the circuit. I started pulling all the individual fuses, trying to find out what was going on, and I caught out of my ear, I heard a buzzing coming out of the transfer case control module. It's up on the right-hand kick panel, and I went over there. I dug this thing out, and it was filled up like with corrosion and water. I was on a hunt to locate the buzzing. Check this out. This module is wet. Oh, it's not making noise now. I yanked this cover off, and of course I got the wet carpet going on over here. Quite a mess going on. Curious to see if the key will turn off. So the sunroof is leaking on this thing, filling that thing up. When I unplugged that and plugged it back in, we never had the problem since. Now I don't understand how that's backfeeding, and I'm wondering if I even disrupted something else, but they'll contact me if they want me to come back and go further. What's up, everybody? Our next job is a 2017 Honda Ridgeline. This thing has an update for the P0430 code setting. So there's actually a bunch of bulletins, actually a couple bulletins on a PCM update. Guys, it is a beautiful day in Cleveland. While I'm doing this, it's November 11th, as you know, for the end of the day, but it's just a gorgeous day. I mean, t-shirt weather in the middle of November. We can't complain about that. Guys, special shout out to all the veterans out there. We appreciate the dedication and the sacrifice you make to serve our country. So you guys make sure you take the time to thank a veteran today. The job before that one was getting back to this Dodge Dart. This is the one I think from last week with the CTM, the Convergence Telematic module, or yeah, that's what it was. Interesting little module. Guys, I gotta be the first one to tell you, I was kind of crossing my fingers when I turned the key on in this one with the scan tool plugged in. All right, so you can see we've got 9 DTCs. I'm hoping on this next screen that CTM comes up as an active module. Yes, it did. That is good news, my friends. So let's go ahead to all DTCs, and we're going to do a pre-scan report. We can get actually click up over here and do a vehicle scan report. Now we got to do the configuration learn of this CTM module. Let's go back over here. I want to show you. There's really nothing fancy with this CTM. There's not much we can do. Here's the configuration, but there's not much to do there. It's all going to be in the guided diagnostics, and we need to do a, let's see, proxy alignment. And I got to turn on my radio here. Got the radio on. I'm going to hit continue. Now you can see here, this is the one that we got a problem with. Our CTM is not configured or mismatched. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue. And hit continue. All right, so we got this complete. We got to turn off the ignition, close the doors, unplug the DLC, and let this thing go to sleep. Usually takes about 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and turn the key off. I'm curious to see, well, we'll just turn the key off. We'll follow the directions. I'm going to take the key out, throw it on a seat. We're going to go ahead and unplug our DLC. And I am going to go ahead and close that door. And I will see you guys in 2 minutes. All right, it's been about 2 minutes, and I just went ahead and started this thing up. And you see we have a odometer that is solid. That is a beautiful thing. I'm going to go ahead and do my post scan here and get logged in. Check all that stuff out. Well, guys, I'm really happy that one worked out. That was interesting. And everything was good. I do have a lot of footage from today, but I don't have enough time to edit it today. So anyways, but we just did a restore vehicle configuration, I should say proxy alignment configuration on that module, and everything was good. The first job of the day was a transmission control module on a Chevy box truck. I think this was a 17 or 18. This is just a 6-speed one, no problems there. And that was pretty much my day working backwards. Guys, I'm sorry I'm short on time. I have a lot of footage, and I really want to get a lot of it up there for you on the Dodge Dart. And also that GMC Envoy. I probably have more footage than anybody cares the look of me poking around there trying to figure out what's going on. So I hope everybody's doing good. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.